Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock here with a very quick message for you guys. I have to share this. I have been convicted for the last hour. I kept trying to put it off, so I had to break away to share it really quickly. Um, Even if just one of you receive this, you got to remove them or it. If this is for you, you will have a very heavy conviction and you will know what it is or who it is, right? So there's a blessing that is very close. And you keep thinking it's a spirit of delay, but really what it is that there's somebody, and you know who that person is, right? There is somebody who is blocking the blessings, and it can be in different areas. And I'll share an example with you for something that happened to me, just as an example, or it could be something. Again, you will know very clearly. You won't have to sit down and ponder back and forth of who could it be or what could it be. You will know exactly what it is. And if truth of the matter is, when God brings you much more closer to that blessing and you still really haven't received that download heavy enough, because sometimes again Satan is all about distraction. So you could have already received the download to remove the person, but because the distractions are so heavy, you may have missed it. So now here's your confirmation, right? Go to your source first, but you know who it is and you know what it is. So I'm going to give you a quick example. It could be just for, let's just say there's a certain job that you are looking to get, right? And you may have had a friend who put you on, right? So you may have asked that friend something like, well, hey, I lost my job due to COVID. Do you think you can put a good word in for me and help me, get a job where you are? And that friend might have been like, hey, yeah, sure. And behind the scenes, that friend may have a little jealousy of you or whatever the case may be, a little cattiness. And so here you're thinking that they're really putting this great word in for you, but it's really the complete opposite. And now you're sitting here waiting for the call, to come and say, hey, you're hired, or come in for an interview. And you're sitting here thinking it's a spirit of delay. You're thinking it's different forces that's attacking you. And truth of the matter is, it's the person. It's the person. So that's one example. The second example, God could have revealed to you that there's somebody that he needs you to meet, right? Or he wants you to meet for whatever reason. But there's a middle person, right? This person may be a high profile person. Let's just say, I'll say the president, for example, a high profile person. And with high profile people, most times you just don't get into the rooms with them without that middle person. And so sometimes the middle person is not as successful as the person that God needs you to reach, right? Not in a bad way. But a lot of times with people, especially men, if they feel like another man really have like one up on them, or maybe more successful, or have more money, which is, ludicrous, but it is what it is, then it's almost like it's a competition, right? So because you need this middle person to be the person who gets you entry into the room, you don't even realize that because that middle person is already dealing with their own insecurities and maybe jealous of the person, the head person or whatever the case is, the president, right? That middle person could really be telling lies and have that president thinking that you guys are dating, right? So it's almost like, very clearly God told you he needed you to deliver a message and meet this person or whatever the case may be. And you're sitting here fighting like, well, God, you told me you needed me to deliver this message. You told me this is an assignment for me. Like, you told me clear as day. So why is it such a delay? Because that middle person is toxic and they need to be removed. Right? And so then you start to wonder, well, how in the world, if the person is removed, how can I That's supernatural powers right there. That's something you don't worry about. See, God will use things and use people to get you in the door, right? Once you in the door, most times you are not to stay connected to the well, sometimes, but most times you are not to stay connected to the person who got you in the door. And it's for different reasons. For one, God doesn't want anybody taking credit, because if you got some people, if they feel like they got you in the door, that's something that they can sing on for the rest of their lives. Oh, well, if it wasn't for me, you did it. Yeah. So when God is moving, he needs to get the credit. So if you haven't received the download to remove the person, remove the thing, what'll happen is sometimes a strife will happen. Sometimes, there'll be a little moment. It can even be something petty. It doesn't matter. But it's about God interrupting that relationship, right? For he can be sure that this person is no longer in the way, that is blocking you, that could be potentially lying and making the person think like they're dating you, or X, Y, and Z. So when he removed these people that he used to open doors for you, don't try to fight to get them back, because you're going to delay the process even further. He only used them for a specific purpose. It was to open the door, to get you in the door, that job, that place, that whatever. That was their only purpose. And then what will happen too is you will start to feel like you are obligated to keep the person around, because it's almost like, okay, you looked out for me, so I just want to, still be your friend. But when God starts moving, I had to learn this, like, for real. God doesn't care about our emotions and our loyalties, what we think and how we think in the flesh. Well, you looked out for me, I want to look out for you. I mean, in the flesh sense, that's what you do, right? I got you, you got me. That's how it should be. But when God moves in certain ways, he don't consider all that. That's us. So if he says, I need you to leave this person alone, because there are some things that you don't even know behind closed doors. There are some things that you don't even know that this person could be blocking and saying certain things. So you don't know this. So your flesh is ignorant at this point. So trust me. Trust that I'm moving in the spirit. When I start removing people and I start removing things and things start to fall off, trust the process and watch how the door opens completely and you're able to access that job, access that thing, because the person who opened the door, family, friend, stranger, the person who opened the door is no longer blocking it or have the ability to block it. So I hope someone received this, because listen, I got pulled to the side. I was like in the middle of a whole dinner and got pulled to the side just to make this recording. So I really hope someone received this in the spirit tonight. You guys have a great one. Have a great weekend. It's your girl.